Okay, this demo is on the tabs exercise in InDesign. And the first thing you need to do is open your tabs exercise InDesign file, and you can have your example out. As you can see with the blue little icons, you are to put on your hidden characters. So I already have them on, so this is where you'd find that under type. And that helps you understand where the tabs go and what they look like and keep track of them. Sometimes you can tab a couple times and not realize it, so having that on is important. So on here, I'm going to show hidden characters, and you can see that there's 3 sections, and the tabs are very much like what you'd find in Word. If you've used Word tabs, you should be pretty comfortable with this. And as you can see, there's tabs here. There's no tabs here in between the prices and the names. So it would be a good idea before you start to put in the tabs in between, so that when you set your tabs, they will automatically fall in line. So I won't do the last one, so you can see that once, if that happens, that you don't put the tab in, it will fall into line once you've set them. So I'm going to select this text, and I do Command Shift T to bring up my tabs bar, but it's under here under tabs. So I just like to do the key command for this. And it's kind of a floating tab, but you can see that you can make that wider. You can set a left, a center, a right on the decimal. So this would be important for our prices. And then an X coordinate. So that tells you if you push in 1, and then if I move to another one, it's going to set it at this one, because it's highlighted, as a tab at 1 inch. And you can tell that's highlighted because it's blue. So if I move it around, you can see if I click and drag, it's going to move it all around. All right, so you can click and drag them off to remove them. So sometimes what I'll do is just set them and then move them around, depending on, if I have it all bunched together and I can't see what's going on. In this case, we want that aligned on the decimal. And so I have it highlighted and I can change it. You can see what happens when I change it. But for the prices, we want a decimal and then a decimal here. But you can see what's happening with the headline. It should be centered over that because there's no decimal. So between the hard returns is where you would, that's where you are affecting. See, I just have that one line, so it's affecting just the one line. Let me undo a little bit. So you select all the lines to get a group, or just somewhere in that before the hard return, you would affect that line of type. So in this case, we want to change this to a center and change this one to a center. And it's highlighted blue, so you know that it's the one you're dealing with. So then if I click on the next line, you can see that it's stayed as center on the decimal. And what happens here is if you put some more numbers, the decimal stays where it's at, and the it goes to the left. So this is important for like annual reports or something where you're doing financial documents. And you can see here it didn't change because there's no tab. So if that happens, you're probably missing a tab. That's why having the invisibles on helps. So I've just hit tab. It's already been set. I just needed those tabs in place to make it work. This one's easy. You're going to just select all of that, and you're going to center a line. And it needs to be centered. So if we look at the, I see. There's different ways to do it, but I hadn't looked at this for a while. You're going to tab over. So we're going to have that left aligned, and you're just going to hit tab. So I already set it. So once I tab over, just hit tab, click to the left of the bullets, and you can see how that works. So it's just practice. Now this one's a little different. Oh, I forgot one thing. If you look at here, there's these leader dots. And when I click on it, click on this, it's not showing up. These are attached to this tab is the leader right here. So if I select these, I select this tab, you can put a leader dot in. So that would just be a period, and then hit return. And so this tab that I'm highlighting, I'm going to do a leader dot and hit return. And that will fill in with dots no matter where, no matter where I slide that. So it can change and it would affect the leader dot. It will just fill in like that. Okay, let me undo. So I'm going to select all of these, and then I'm going to select the tab and put in a period here, and then I'm going to select the tab and put in a period and hit return. And now there's the leader dots, and no matter what you do, those leader dots will fill in wherever that tab area is. So for this bottom one, you can see that they have the tab has just underscores, and this helps with doing forms. It's just one way to do a form. So and you can see how the title zip, all this is lined up. So that's what we want to do. We want to have a tab, and see it's missing from here. So I'm going to do it ahead of time, so it'll be easier to line up. And I'm going to do that and another tab there, so that I can, because the underscore will affect where the tab is, not necessarily where a space is. So if I do that, and then I'll do a left align, and I'll put it just about here, wherever you think you need for the underscore for someone to write in. And for the leader, I'm going to do shift underscore and then return, and that'll fill in. But you can see there's no tab here to apply the leader to. So if I hit tab, okay, we need to set a tab. So we put the tab in on these lines. I'm going to select them, but there's no tab set in the bar, because this tab is for the title and all that. This one will be for the underscore. And I hit return, and there you are. That could probably go out a little further, and you can see that underscore will fill in wherever I move that. And that's it for the tabs exercise. Just save as tabs exercise with your last name.